The Eastern European DPC Division 2 returns today, and we have a treat. Today is going to be a very long day. We had two of these before, one in week 1, one in week 2, and now for the final week of Division 2, we're going to have a 3 best-of-3 day here at the Eastern European Division 2. So it is going to be HF versus X3, the one that we are going to start this day off. We're going to go into YNT versus PuckChamp, and then we'll end the day with Cybercats versus Rise Esports. And I'm going to be here with you for the entirety of the day. You're going to be enjoying Harry Freak here, bringing you the action of Eastern European Division 2 here, and HF versus X3 is going to be starting. HF still haven't been eliminated. If they lose this one, they are 100% out. X3,
10 seconds.
if they lose this one, well, not a...
5 seconds.
Actually, are they both out? No, HF has one more series, right? So X3, if they lose this one, they are out. HF, also, if they lose this one, they are out. But if they win, they still have a shot at forcing off tiebreakers against Cybercats. So we'll see what happens there. Overall, HF haven't won a single series thus far, but they have won 2 games, and against very unsuspecting opponents, being Hydra and PuckChamp, who are probably the 2 strongest teams that are most likely going to be going into Division 1. So that's them showing that they have what it takes, that they can win even against the greatest of teams. When it comes to the Death Prophet, have they played it in their 1 games? No. In their 1 games, they did play the
5 seconds remaining.
Nature's Prophet. So I'm kind of curious to know why they didn't go for something like that, because obviously that has been their path to success. But overall, when I look at their heroes, their path to success has been these push type heroes, because those are the games that they have won, which have only been 2. X3, on the other hand, very unfortunate that they are here where they are. They would have had 2 victories. They would have won against Sigma if there were no issues there. If you guys remember, on the 13th of February, well, X3 won game number 1. Game number 2, they had 5k gold lead 10 minutes in, and then they had a power outage, blah, blah, blah. 7 minutes of the game passed away. Nesphere wasn't there, then he came back, and eventually they lost the entire series. So that was pretty unfortunate coming from their side, but it is what it is. Overall, though, very good chances that both of these teams are gonna be going down. X3, they did battle against Cybercats. Let me check where is that series. Can't seem to find it. Yeah, and they lost 2-0. It was a close series, though. The games were 55 and 75 minutes, but they did lose. And this is the potential team against which they're going to be having tiebreakers. That is if Cybercats loses to Rise Esports, which is possible. Everyone else is safe. YNT, Rise, Sigma, PuckChamp, and of course Hydra has already qualified to Division 1. PuckChamp looking to beat YNT to secure that they will at least go into the... Oh, actually, no. PuckChamp will... Yeah, PuckChamp, if they beat YNT, they will secure they at least go to the tiebreakers against Sigma, YNT, who are currently 4-2 and are going to be playing against HF tomorrow. The first game of the day. But overall, today games are gonna be interesting, because I'm looking at them and I don't see a clear favorite in any of them, especially in Cybercats Rise Esports. YNT, PuckChamp, well, PuckChamp has been looking pretty solid, and now they really cannot afford to be losing, whereas YNT have been all over the place. So I'm thinking that that one might be PuckChamp favorite, but who knows? YNT could surprise. But Cybercats Rise Esports, that one is gonna be a banger for sure. But with that all out of the way, when I gave you all the information, which is now gonna be just there, stuck in your head, because I explained it in such a good way. Just kidding, guys. Always you can check the Wikipedia pages or the Valve pages and see for yourself how the standings are. What you need to know: these teams, HF loses, they are out. X3 loses, they are out. But even if X3 wins, there is a chance that they're out. So a lot of it is out of their hands currently. Even if HF win this one and win the next one, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be staying in.
Radiant team.
No. Looking at the heroes, we talked about the Nature's Prophet X3. They're gonna be picking it up with a tree, they're gonna have a Snapfire, which has been a very popular hero throughout the Eastern European DPC Division 1, especially. In Division 2, I'm not sure how much it was actually played.
10
Actually, it was
seconds
played
remaining.
quite a lot with solid win rate. 17 games, 10 and 7,
5
58%.
seconds remaining.
So that is quite nice. The reason people go for this one, usually you're lacking a bit in damage. What I am surprised is that there were not a lot of techies here. Okay, now I understand why. The hero is 0 and 6 in Division 2. In Division 1, it was one of the more popular supports. It was Snapfire, Hoodwink, and the techies, whereas Hoodwink and the techies were picked up quite a lot in Division 2 as well. Hoodwink was picked quite a lot. Very low success. Techies picked up at the start. Very low success, and people have started straying away from them. Mirana will come out. I always like a Tiny Mirana in any kind of scenario because the Tiny is one of the best setups for a Mirana arrow, and he also provides damage. It's not like a Bane. Uses the sleep, you have no damage. Avatos combo, around 1000 damage,
10
arrow
seconds
connects, goodbye.
remaining.
Hero is dead. So I like it.
5 seconds remaining.
This could be offlane Death Prophet, mid Tiny, 5 or 4 Mirana. Could be 4 Tiny, mid Death Prophet, 4 Tiny, offlane Death Prophet. We don't know. We're gonna be finding out as the draft continues. So a lot of flexibility on one side, solid flexibility on the other as well. Because there could be a mid Snapfire as well. Could be offlane or safe lane Nature's Prophet and Trin Protector, even though he's usually in the safe lane. We have seen him being played as a position 4 as well. But HF, so what do you want here?
Dire team pick.
Naturally, they don't have many heroes that deal well with the Nature's Prophet. Doom, other than actually matching the farm, isn't really like the hero that you think about, okay, this is the counter to the Nature's Prophet. I have a big problem with HS draft because their ability to shove out lanes is not great.
10
They have
seconds remaining.
okay spells, but their heroes are very bad at connecting on the map. So wherever this
5
DP
seconds
goes, and I'd
remaining.
like for it to go into the mid lane, I would like to see Boots of Travel. I think you need the mobility necessary to be around the map. Because, yeah, Tiny can do it, Mirana can do it, DP can do it, they can shove out the lanes, but they are very static if they're showing on lanes, and that is a problem. These heroes don't want to be static, especially the Tiny and the Mirana, but if you want them to deal with the waves, they're going to have to be. And Nature's Prophet is going to be making you do that for sure, so that's why I'm a little bit scared for HF. There is going to be an OD coming out. Nice save here. Avatos combo arrow now is not going to be so great, but if he does get caught, it's a bit different. Of course, HF do not have great vision heroes. They have the Moonlight Shadow to assist them a bit. Burst damage. I haven't seen a lot of OD in the in Division 2. Let's see, only 2 ODs, 100% win rate. GG. X3 have one HF, sorry. It has been played a lot in Division 1, though, especially by Kiyotaka, one of the main heroes. Why Hellraisers did make it to the major is because he was crushing it with this one. But the thing is, it's good against the Death Prophet in the lane. It's good against the Tiny in the lane. It benefits a lot from the lanes being completely shoved in, because if you get an early blink, you tend to kill heroes very, very fast, right? You just jump on them, bam, bam, the hero's dead, especially if you have your ulti. And Death Prophet, in general, hates being bursted down. OD is a hero that can make it happen. So I like it. I like it for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
They're going to ban out Yrsa. Heavy physical damage is what X3 are afraid of. When you look at their heroes, none of them have good armor. Yes, you have living armor. No, it is not enough. So HF gets rid of the Mars in the center. They're expecting this to be a position 1 Nature's Prophet. Probably going to be the case. You want something that's going to lane with the Snapfire. Now, it's very low chances that it is a mid lane Snapfire. It could be an off lane Snapfire, though I haven't seen Shergrat play it, really.
10 seconds remaining.
So they banned out the Monkey. That means something
5
slow, you know.
seconds
Tide
remaining.
Hunter, heroes like that are what they're going to be gunning for. Though Tide in particular, I would skip just because of the Doom. Whatever X3 picks, they're going to be buying so many utility items. They just want to be able to stand their ground. HF will be getting a Slark. That's one guy who benefits from playing against those kind of heroes. The problem is he's gonna be laning with the Mirana, and that is not something that gives you the heal. That is not something that you harass with. You pretty much just focus on the Slark and having the snap far. It's not gonna be too
10
hard.
seconds remaining.
So what does X3 want here?
5
I actually
seconds
wouldn't mind a
remaining.
Tidehunter now at all. Just go full on into stats, Guardian Greaves, Aghanims, things like that. You do get a blink at some point against the Doom, but you don't really have to hurry all that much. What has Sugarat played that it isn't these zoo heroes? Because he's very good on them, and the team has looked pretty solid with those types of heroes, but so he has played a Timber. Not that great. He has played an Enigma. Could go for Enigma here, but that's not a fat frontliner. Anything of that regard that he has played? Nope, only Enigmas, Lycans, and Beastmasters. Beastmaster being his most successful one, so it's going to be an Enigma. Okay. So it's not going to be a fat frontliner, but it is going to be a utility hero with a solid amount of push. I have to say I'm loving the X3 draft. I think that it actually has everything it needs against HF. I have a couple of problems here. So, wait. So Erase is playing instead of Toshi, so it is going to be a mid lane DP. I saw that there was something problematic there. So it is going to be Erase in the mid lane. So first of all, ability to shove out the lanes, limited on HF. Vision, now I have the Slark, so during the nighttime at least you're going to be able to hunt. Catching the backlines, very, very hard. And X3 never need to give you a fight. Plus, X3 know how to play these kind of lineups when you don't have to fight your opponent. So I think we're going to be having ourselves a very passive game number one. I think that's mostly the way I'd put it. If I'm X3, I'm not looking for battle. I'm just looking to shove in the lanes. I'm looking to outfarm. I'm looking to get Roche, because that's what the OD brings you. And then when I have all of my items, I'm going to go forward. If they get all their items, Lincoln Spheres, Lotusaurs, BKBs, Blink Daggers, and such, they are going to be the stronger team. On the other hand, HF, they should be forcing out fights. They really need to be fighting all the time. The Slark needs to be in your face. The thing is, they haven't been playing fast Dota, and that's why I don't have much faith in them. But with that being said, we are going to be getting ready for game number one here, guys. It's going to be a long day ahead of us, and we're going to be just enjoying a nice little message from our sponsors before we get into the game.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we are here in game number one of a very long day that we have ahead of us. We might get 9 games of Dota, guys, but let's not get excited just yet. We could only see 6. It depends on if we're going to be seeing full 3 games. HF, they're going to be starting the action off by smacking the Treants, but not the Protector ones, but the small ones created by the Nature's Prophet there with the Call of Nature. Overall, their 5-man smoke into the enemy jungle will be unsuccessful. They do have Slark for the night vision, but that's about the only thing they have. And pinging out a ward there. Oh, we'll see if that one does get found out by HF. We'll see if also their mid laner, the stand-in Erase, is gonna be doing enough. Not sure if they were not happy with Toshi, though overall HF with their performance, they probably aren't happy at all. Erase, we do see a new face there, so that's quite nice. It's nice to welcome new faces here. HF get 2 runes. It is going to be 2 runes for X3 as well, so no surprises there. The laning stage will start even without anyone getting any wards. Oh, actually, there was a a ward coming out. So that's quite nice coming out from X3. So slight advantage for them overall. Not that big of a deal. And then look at what Nesphere is doing. The first wave of creeps, it doesn't attract aggro. Okay, but it can once it connects to the other camp. And looking at the odds here, obviously X3 are going to be favored. They've had some good performances. HF have had some good ones as well. Do I have to say I haven't watched the games that they have won? So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table. Because every time I saw them, they looked pretty underwhelming. So Xani is going to be trying to do his best against the Enigma. Usually it is going to be a free farm, but the Slark likes to kind of go ham into heroes. I have to say, though, now this alone Snapfar isn't going to be doing all that much. Weebian, that is a Tiny with 0 armor. And yes, the Treant Protector does have only 1 armor himself, but the thing is the damage difference between the two is actually quite high, and you cannot stay there and trade with the Treant if you're a Tiny, especially through the Leech Seed. Sadly so. Think too much there, you know, after Tiny almost dies. Actually, the Doom is dropping low as well. No, Proletari is taking a lot of damage. He wants to go for Dark, and they should be able to get this one, especially there with the Infernal Blade. That is going to be Doom getting the kill. I'm not sure he's getting out of this one alive. The trees are coming alive, and Proletari, they want to take him down. He's really doing everything he can, but he's going to be walking into the tower hoping that it's going to be Dire that gets the kill, and that will be the case because the damage from the tree, and it still lingered, and it's not going to be the Nature's Prophet who secures the kill, while Weebian continues with the shenanigans here. They did give them the kill in the end. Alone will lose his life on the bottom lane, or rather in the bottom jungle. So it is going to be 2 kills on the board for HF. Nice start for them. Dark is coming over again, wanting to smack down Weebian, who is still level 1. Look at this. He's going to have to walk into the tower. There's no doubt about it. He would like to be level 2 because then he could kill Dark. It's not going to be easy. Overall, a faster start than what I expected. I'm gonna have to say it. Doom with a lot more armor. Look at this. He has 8 armor, close to 9. And he just stands his ground. He doesn't care about your heavy right click, especially if he walks into a tier 2. And then he has 13 armor, so pretty much the Treant Protector is not any kind of a threat to him. Sugarat doing Enigma things. Problem there, Zoe will be bothered a little bit, but overall it is gonna be fine. So far so good. HF, they're doing well in all of their lanes, even in the mid lane. The DP is doing well. Of course, as the lane does progress, OD gets more levels in the Astral. It becomes easier for him. But overall, Race is doing a pretty decent job. No luck there for Natty Narwhal to get his mana back. Always takes me back. We used to play in PC game clubs, but Murana, she might not be playing any longer. We won't even be looking at her, but she's dropping very low. And we'll be fine. So, anyways, I remember laning against a friend of mine. I was playing a Bloodseeker in the mid lane. Yes, anything could be played. Back in the days, it was Dota 1, guys. So, no one really knew much about meta, competitive gaming, or such. But he got so unlucky with his passive there on the Flux. He never got his mana back. He was so mad. And we were laughing so much. Like, why did you pick an OD into a Bloodseeker, man? It's bad. And it actually wasn't bad. Just he was very, very unlucky with the mana. And in the end, he lost the lane in the later on the game as well. Natty Narwhal, you have to be careful there. And yeah, see how unlucky you can be with the mana. Because he's not getting back at that point in time. Of course, the Arcane Orb had a fixed amount of mana that it costs, and you would just max out the Flux and the Astral. Overall, the Astral does come out. Will he get the last hit? Yeah, there he will, but doesn't have the Fairy Fire. I don't know if you live through this one, Natty. Actually misses that one on the crit storm, so Race makes a slight mistake. He does have 2 more Spirit Siphons, so his life is not in any kind of jeopardy. And with this, it is going to be Shergarat left alone, though he is doing a good job. Race will be pausing. Hopefully it's not a BM pause, though he doesn't look like he's laughing. There's obviously some issues there. Hopefully they will give a reason there. Our admins, they want to know what's going on. Overall, no big shutdowns on any of the cores on the map. OD is being pressured, but overall he's still farming quite well here against the race. So it is gonna be a water room there for a race. It will continue to do well. Xani, bottom lane, topping the network chart, not by a huge margin. It is important for a Slark to constantly scale. Guys, if you see a Slark falling behind, it's gonna be a big problem. This hero farms okay, but he doesn't flash farm. And he wants to constantly be ahead to be able to come into a fight. Dark is gonna eat an Infernal Blade, and being a tree, we know that fire is something that he's afraid the most. Probably the things that have killed most of his brethren in the history of our world, in the history of the Dota world as well. But he will be fine as the race continues to be very annoying here. It does have the range drop, so the Astral isn't going to be doing all that much damage, but it is still something that you have to be careful of. Nesphere in the end does find Proletari with the TP, and they're looking towards the race as well. He's going to be knowing this is coming. Nadinar will hits level 6. The hammer is ready. Let's see if he's gonna be using the sanity clips. Nice arrow there coming out from Zoe, but he doesn't have any vision. That could have been a kill if he did. Double Starstorm, Zoe, he is happy, especially when he sees those bounty runes. He does look like a very nice, happy fella. And in Narwhal, are you dropping the ulti? Yes, he is. It gets the race low, and one more hit will do the trick. Nadine Narwhal, after being bullied, he finally finds an opening. And with a hammer, will be crushing the head of the DP. So that is gonna be the 3rd kill for X3 in this game number 1. Usually I joke around before we finish that one off. Let's look at the Nature's Prophet, who's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. He does have the living armor on himself, goes for a TP out, and will be successful at surviving there. Dark giving him added armor does help him get out of a very sticky situation. So anyways, I always joke around with Eastern Europe, especially Division 2, not getting a single kill until minute 7. Well, HF and X3 breaking the stereotypes here, guys, and not allowing us to laugh at the region as a whole, at least in being very, very passive in the first 7 minutes. 5 kills, not that great, but there was action constantly happening, and now finally X3 are gonna start to be getting ahead, mostly heavily in favor of HF. But not let any longer. So, Proletari going for a Midas. We'll see how fast he can get there. Not looking too good right now. So we only one lead left. That is a lot of damage. And Weebian, well, being a tiny, the tower just does way too much damage. The Scatter Blast didn't even connect, but the tower shot was more than enough. You look like you have a lot of HP, but effective HP, well, not so much against physical damage. Zoe, 2 more leap charges, shouldn't be dying, and with the cookie, they're not going to be getting the grab. Ray started moving forward, and arrow connects again. Zoe very good on these. Weebian is back to the world of the living, considering that he's very low in levels. They found that, and Narwhal going for a TP out. That's not going to work, my friend. Even with the living armor, the added armor will not help you. Nice heads-up play there just to go for a TP immediately, but to be honest, it looked very much impossible to happen. So, X3, they overstayed their welcome in the first exorcism. It does get the kill. Erase, he would like Karun, but in the end, he's gonna try to do some damage to this tower. It's not gonna be anything significant, especially against the chain protection, but it does leave the Doom alone on the top lane. Beautiful cookie there onto the 3 of them. It actually looks beautiful. Weebian might die because of it. And with the DD on the Nature's Prophet, a couple of more hits alone, he gets the kill, and I mean, he definitely deserves it because that cookie, it was beautiful. It's always nice to see small plays like this. Obviously, in the early game, it's not going to be making that big of a difference. If this was 30 minutes in, we'd be screaming, cookie! You know, but in the end, it is just going to be a 1 kill, but a very nice spell usage there. Nice communication coming out from X3, so they're probably going to be feeling good about themselves. Doom. He has the Thunderclap, and if he dies, his teammates are gonna be getting stronger.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Right. Imagine that. I've never seen it when someone eats the tomato or the potato and just goes in and dies after he's used all of his spells to buff up his teammates. That would actually be quite nice. Though in the game, as a caster, you would very rarely think like, what is this guy doing? But then if you would have an interview, then you would actually get a bit more info there. Death Prophet going for a
Radiant's
BKB. I
bottom tower
really
has
want to
fallen.
see Boots of Travel. Though Erase is having a bad time, but Boots of Travel are a farming item overall. And when it comes to first tower dropping, it is going to be X3. They do this quite well because Shergrat, he knows his heroes really well.
Radiant's middle
Enigma,
tower is
Lycan,
under attack.
Beastmaster. Those three he's very good on, and to be honest, if I was playing against X3, I'd always be banning those. It's just a completely different team. Just ban out the Beastmaster and the Enigma first 2 picks. I don't care, let them have the Lina. Who the hell cares? They it's a completely different team with or without these heroes. So 2 supports on the top lane with the Doom. They want to take down the tower. They're going to be bringing in a race as well. They need to open up the map. It is of the utmost importance. This is the Dire side Treant Protector. He defends this tower quite easily. It's very hard to catch. You're not good at diving, but you are definitely good at pushing. They do have the Exorcism with the Glyph. They might have to use it. If not, their mid lane tower is going to be taking a lot of damage, and Race again having some issues. So hopefully those do get dealt with. We're still not hearing exactly what the problem is. He's saying something to his teammates. Guys, there's a problem. Nadinar will, like always, has the disco lights on the bottom. It looks like he's shining all the time, but it's actually his keyboard and very well positioned camera. Okay, this mid lane tower is going to take so much damage. It might actually fall. They do have the glyphs, so 6 seconds. It is going to be safe. They need the arrow onto the siege creep, and it will be successful. Very nicely done by Zoe. It still doesn't mean that the tower will survive, especially with the Eidolons being here as well. And with the Astral, there's not going to be any denies. They're coming to fight. They already lost the tower. The Exorcism will be used. X3, why are you staying to fight? They want death, but the only one that will come is their own. So X3, they do lose alone. They get the tower. Not that big of a deal. Exorcism, you could say, used a little bit defensively. So let's see if Erase can do any significant damage to the tower through the living armor. It's gonna be very, very tough. Astral comes out immediately. Creeps should be dying very fast afterwards. Erase will do his best, but it's really not gonna be any big deal here for the Tower of X3. Big thing, Doom topping the network chart. You get the Midas. You have a built-in Midas as well. That's nice. Xani staying relevant. But that is not a ideal Slark game. He does get an Echo Saber, so now he's a bit tankier. He can definitely go a bit more for fighting. The thing is, against the OD, oh man, you do need a BKB. You're probably gonna get an Aghanim Scepter, but the thing is, your Dark Pact doesn't remove the Astral, and that's the biggest problem of the hero. Plus, you're not that smart. You don't have that much mana, so you're gonna be in trouble as well. Astral Imprisonment gonna be used. Erase, it will be fine. The Moonlight Shadow protects. HF will be getting out with all of their heroes' lives intact. Sphere, Midas as well wants to keep himself relevant in farm. Race doesn't have a silence. Nadinar will immediately does go for the Astral Arrow. So he's threatening with it, and in the end, it's not even gonna graze this OD. He's gonna be completely fine. If they had a silence, then maybe you go for a play like that. Without it, it's never gonna happen. So DP still thinking about a BKB. It is necessary. Really, physical damage on X3 is not that high. The thing is, they see that BKB and they just never fight you. They don't care. Smoke towards the bottom lane. Though top lane, there is an action from X3 already being done. Proletari, he does have the Hurricane to get himself away. He's actually fast enough to survive. So even with the overgrowth, it's not going to be a kill. HF, they're going to be breaking the smoke on one of their heroes. Regrets should be fine here, especially with the Guardian Greaves, though alone, well, that's a little bit different there. He's going to be taking some damage. Guardian Greaves will be used, and alone will be fine. Now bring in more heroes, and Mortimer Kiss says, yep, yeah, you deserve a kiss for your great gank, and so he doesn't want it. Those Mortimer Kisses, they can hurt. He's going to be getting himself away. That is it, guys. Kill him with kindness. You know, they come with you with rocks, sticks, pain, and death, and you just give them smooches, and that is going to be getting you the kill. Doom is approaching the BKB. Yeah, definitely. X3 are never going to fight. BKBs don't really help you in farm, but they help you in fights. X3, there's no reason for them to go for that one. I have to say, though, HF have been doing a good job keeping themselves in the game in terms of gold. Yes, it is a Doom. understand he brings a lot, but your lanes are constantly pressuring you, and the enemies aren't getting all that much farm over your race. Has been caught. He's gonna try to TP away, and yeah, well, that's gonna be a very optimistic one with all of the spell damage they have. X3 will finish him off. So again, the Sanity's Eclipse will get the kill for Natty Narwhal on the DP once again. Guy living up to his name.
Pull roots and run.
Though he is missing a D at the end. Because he's erased. Get it? Yep. I'm gonna stop now with the really cool jokes, and we're gonna be looking as the bottom tower is gonna be in a world of pain. They use the glyph to defend the mid lane tower, which means that now you don't have it, and with these many units, it is done. The tower is gone. 15 minutes in, you don't have a tier 2. That is a lot. That has been taken away. Overgrowth from Dark. He's gonna eat an arrow. He turns around. The Astral Prism keeping the Doom away, and no one else has the damage. Weebian, he doesn't have the HP either. Moonlight Shadow is protecting him again with a Hurricane out of the Sprout, and everyone on HF will survive. The Exorcism was used in the mid lane, and the race will be bringing down alone, it seems like. Yep, with the Crystal will get the kill. Actually, there will Doom. Natty Narwhal X3 get ahead of themselves. The Sphere as well. Now let's see if the Living Armor will be enough to keep him alive. Erase, he's gonna be chasing forever. Come here, little piggy. It's a haunted pig, guys. And Erase will finish him off. It is going to be a double kill for the Death Prophet. X3, they lose so much around the map. If they lose the star, it's going to be a disaster. The arrow, the toss, okay, they don't combine it well, and because of it, the Treant might actually survive, and that's going to be the case. They're going to be losing Weebian for it. Bad communication from HF. And ultimately, they will not get a bonus kill, not get a tower, but still are going to be happy with the sequence of events in the past couple of minutes, because to be honest, X3 didn't have to give them those heroes. They just overextended. They wanted a tad bit more, and they got punished for it. I promised you guys a slow game, and it seems like we're getting it. So okay, poor guy. He would like it to be a bit slower, because that was a quick death. Blink Dagger from Sugarat. So now he's gonna have an initiation tool. Doom is definitely gonna be going for an Octarine Core. You need the extra range for a Doom out in this game. There's probably going to be a Linken's at some point, but it's not going to be easy for them to start the fight. You're never going to be finding the Enigma. Oh, very hard to be caught. And you have to wait for the Enigma to use the black hole, so it's not going to be ideal. That's why I have a Slark. He just needs to pop his ulti early on in the fight or get a BKB. He's going to be getting it now, so no Aghanims just yet. I like it. I think it's the right choice in this one. Tiny, found the Treant, toss in. Dark is gonna be going down. It's not even a matter of time because Xani does way too much damage there, and there is gonna be a dead Treant protector. X3 are starting to lose ground, to be honest.
Dire's top tower.
BKBs are coming out. Once the Slark has his, during every night you're gonna have problems. Between minute 20 and 25, X3 need to be a little bit more out there on the map. Proletari, Malefice is gonna be on him, but of course Shargrat is not gonna be chasing too much. Nesphere, he is looking towards the BKB. Still hasn't bought a Mithril Hammer, so to me that says I might finish the Gleipnir off. Though I would rather not. I think BKB is of the utmost importance. Even if it's BKB TP out or BKB force the Doom so that you don't get the TP out, it's good enough. You need it. You need to be able to at least take a fight if you are in a better position. There is a Shard and alone. Astral Imprisonment has been used. Are you going to go for this one? The arrow does connect. That's a double Astral, so he already has an Aghanim. So a lot of damage being done to him there. BKB popped by Raze. Blink out from Sugarrat. Is he going to be able to chase him down? No. But they do force out quite a lot of this Death Prophet. Has to be very careful there on Erase because he is very, very low. Black Hole, he dies in a couple of seconds, especially here. No one to... if there's no one to cancel it. Does have the Tiny, does have the Mirana for now. Doom, BKB at the ready, Doom at the ready. They don't have the Exorcism, they don't have the BKB. Not good communication there. Natty Narwhal, he gets the Astral off. Weebian is looking very much dead here. And yep, with the dust, that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's already, you know, in the faces of the enemies, being very brave. It's not gonna be turning out too well for him. And nicely done there on the Mirana. They're gonna have to waste one more sentry to ward that ward, so... with one arrow, with a little bit of mana, he does save his team 50 gold. and a little bit more time from X3. And time, guys, is money in Dota. Well, gold is the most important resource, obviously. Slark approaching the BKB. He might not even buy the Ogre Axe. He does have the Echo Saber to disassemble.
Radiant are scanning.
And there is going to be a scan being used. We all know how fast the OD with the Arcane Orb kills the Roche. You have to be there very, very soon if you want to defend this one, HF. It is going to be daytime fairly soon. They don't have the Exorcism. They don't have the BKB. They're going to have the BKB probably, but they're actually letting this one go. Without the Exo, your ability to fight is hindered, and you're going to be walking into a potential black hole. So they will keep themselves away, and HF will allow X3 to get the Roche. It will be Nesphere who gets the Aegis of Immortality. It's going to be very tough to bring down. There it is, Doom already working towards the Ether Lens, so it's gonna be much easier to cancel out those black holes. But they're gonna be making a nice difference. You don't have to really be blinking behind the Enigma if he's closer. You can get that one out. Nesphere finishes off his BKB. And with an Aegis, becomes an even tougher target. Gleipnir obviously gonna be the next item. Tiny. Still doesn't have the blink. That's gonna be one of the latest blink timings. Weebian playing with his team quite a lot. He has found Nesphere, and yeah, he decides, let's go back. He does have the poor man's blink there with the Tumbler Stoy, and he's gonna be getting himself into the trees. Meanwhile, Mirana is being followed, and there's Eidolons coming out from her, giving birth to something she doesn't like, and she'll throw him away, kill him. It's these Eidolons. They don't look like they're coming from a natural source. Sphere. He's farming a bit. Now it's time to start pressuring the bottom lane, I think. Just to make sure that HF constantly have to be defending that bottom lane. They smoke under vision. Yep, now they did. X3. Smoke broken. Nesphere, you want to run away with that one. You don't want to doom him, especially because there might be an OD up the high ground. Proletari gonna be caught. Astral has been used. Mortimer's Kiss is keeping everyone else away. They cannot help, so he's dead. Proletari pops the BKB. Not really gonna be helping you against BKB piercing disables, and he's dead. They found the Raze as well. He doesn't want to pop his, but with the black hole at the ready, the Raze could very easily die. He does have the Quelling Blade to eat through the trees, but there just creeps everywhere. Wherever I go, there's enemies. You are surrounded. And Turgrat will come to take the light from your eyes. Finally, it is going to be a race that does get taken down. 3 heroes are dead from the side of HF, and their tier 2 in the mid lane will follow as well. Nothing they can do about that one. X3 on a roll with this Aegis. They feel like they can do anything, but that jump up the high ground there from HF, it is very, very weird. You can see that they are getting annoyed by what's happening around the map, with the lanes constantly being towards them, but you wanted to play like this, so you need to wait for your Slark. HF, they went a little bit earlier. No blink on the Tiny just yet. Weebian, he is so poor. 3,000 net worth, 22 minutes in. Arrow will not connect. Dark, he dodges that one. Using the Nature's Grasp. Sani, do you get out of that one? He did pop the Dark back. Now he's surrounded. He does have the BKB Mage Slayer. He's not an easy one to kill. He doesn't get his ulti off. And there's going to be a nice cancel to the black hole. He knew that his teammates got him, so he's going to be completely fine. He did use his ulti. He did use his BKB. So those are some resources they wanted to go through. And now the DP has been caught. Does have the Exorcism, but does not have a BKB. You don't want to be using anything. You don't want to use your ulti because you're just going to be dying. At least maybe he would have had his 6 sisters there to hold his hand. And overall, it is going to be another one for X3. HF still helpless. Weebian is like, I need my blink. My teammates, they need someone to initiate. And 24 minutes in, you don't have it. All of the outer towers will be taken down. And against the Nature's Prophet, this smells like trouble for HF, because your lanes, now they're not only going to be pushing towards your base, they're going to be pushing in to your base as well. And every single move like this, you're going to have to use the glyph, but you can only use it now once. And look at those units. Even with the glyph, they're not going to be dying. A next wave of creeps is coming as well. They're going to save their units as well with the glyph. And this tower is going to be taking so much damage. They're going to have the BKBs. They're going to have the ultis. They're ready to fight. No black hole. There is an overgrowth for a disengagement. Nesphere really wants to force this one. This might be a bit dangerous for X3. Jump in from the Doom. He doesn't get the double stun. The arrow not going to be connecting. Nice force step there. They're going to be going for the Nature's Prophet. He does get fed a cookie. Will be okay for now. The Doom onto the OD. And he's being caught there into the back lines. Will be fine for now. He can't really assist his teammates. All that one. Webian. He does go in. Shows off his Blink Dagger. But it just brings him into death. Nesphere will pop the BKB. Still taking a lot of damage. He needs the OD to save him. He jumps into the trees. Not going to be able to survive. And alone, well, he follows his carry into death as well. That is a true support, unlike Dark, who just looks at his own life and gets himself away. Blink, Ether Lens, Aghanims on the OD, but when doomed, he doesn't really contribute all that much. The Enigma will have a BKB. That's going to be a big one. Last fight, no black hole. But in the next one, there is going to be a BKB and a black hole. That's going to be very, very dangerous to deal with. Especially, you want the Doom on the OD. Now, you're going to have to use it on the Enigma if you want to have a chance at the fight. We're going to be looking at the graphs there. Nice little dip, but it is not gonna be a big pool there, because immediately HF take it right back. They know they still have a shot in this one. Win probability 31%. It's not out of the question that HF can win this one. It still looks favored for X3. But finally, HF have all of their tools. They have the BKBs, they have a Blink Dagger on the Tiny, right? All their core items that allow them to play Dota are here. A little bit late, but they are here. So with a couple of good moves, you can get yourselves back in it. Very important, next Rosh. The thing is, it's probably going to be spawning during daytime. You're not going to have the vision of the Slark. But it might spawn 29 minutes into the game, right? Oh, actually, it could spawn during nighttime. Scratch that. It's not that big of a deal. 28 minutes and they're gonna be fine there. HF need vision around the pit, which they already have. They need their triangle secured. If X3 get into your triangle, if they're controlling that part of the map, Rosh is gonna be easy. You're gonna lose the game. You need to control it. We'll see if they'll be able to. 5k gold lead, 4k gold lead. Not that big of a deal. Now HF, you could say that they're back in it. Every single ulti, apart from the Wrath of Nature, is back up, and that's only damage. The OD, speaking of damage, he can do a lot of it with a couple of Astrals. When he drops the hammer, it's gonna be a problem. That's a fast smoke. They're going towards the top lane. HF, are you ready for this? They don't seem ready. Slark, Sunny doesn't want to get caught. Natty Narwhal jumps in. Webian, he does blink himself out. Sugargrad, BKB, Black Hole. They're not gonna be thinking about anything. Just use everything on this guy. This is their win condition. And he just dies so freaking easily. BKB of the Enigma. Revealed, shows just how easy it is to erase a hero on the side of HF. If the Rosh spawns in the next 30 seconds though, X3 could be in trouble. They don't have the black hole on the Enigma. That's gonna be a big one. But what they do have is the control of their outpost, and they have mid lane tier 1 and the buyback. So that means that they will be able to fight the Rosh with a lot of force. 10 seconds until we know when the Rosh spawns. Let's give it a good guess. Minute and 13 seconds. Yeah, look at this, guys. When you've played Dota so much, you can always guess exactly when it's gonna come up. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Of course, you cannot. It's random. But if I did get it right, you know, coming up with a cool story, it's always nice. That Prophet now thinking about the bots. You have the travels. You can actually be everywhere on the map. You can match the pushing potential of the enemies. HF are in a smoke. Light Shadow will be used. Good positioning for X3. They're pushing in the bottom lane as well. That is very important. Side lanes shoved in. You need to be around vision. You need to make sure that you don't get caught. They're thinking twice there on HF about going in, but this mid lane tower, that would be a good access point for them. Ward sentry behind the tower. Good preparation for a potential fight. They're surrounded by their own vision on the side of HF. And looking at X3, you don't really want to fight. 95 seconds until the black hole, but on the Rosh, you're going to be forced to. That is why we're seeing an H's Prophet in the bottom. Look at how long this is taking. Oh man, you have a dagger and you're taking down a tower. Imagine that you come to a castle, right? You come to a fight. Everyone is prepared with siege weapons, everything. And you pull out a dagger, a shank that you made in prison. You're like, chop, chop, chop. You're just gonna break that one before anything happens. So we don't really want to be there. Believe me, nice stun from Proletari. But he has got himself a little bit deep. He's gonna get the Doom onto an Enigma who doesn't have a black hole next to an OD. Proletari, what are you doing? You're dying. That's what you're doing. And a little bit too deep. Another Astro, the hammer drops and it hurts. Xani getting out. His head is still intact, but not for long. And the Enigma will survive through that Doom, running away from his teammates because he knows that they might try to play tricks and deny him. But the double saves from Natty and Narwhal, they keep him alive. What a mistake coming out from Proletari, dooming a target that's effectively useless inside of a fight. Apart from using the Guardian Greaves, that's about it, and that's gonna be a big fight for X3. And also, Arosh, Natty Narwhal, he dropped that hammer. It was all over. HF knew when the fight was done. Xani thinks about taking that DD. Very soon decides it is not a smart move. They have a glyph again on the side of HF, so at least that is nice. That is going to be forced out quite easily. Look at the lanes. Every single one is going towards the base of HF, who don't have a Doom, who do not have an Exorcism. But guess what? X3, they're gonna have the Black Hole. They will have the Overgrowth as well. Hammer, well, Sanity's Eclipse is gonna take a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. So we in a position where he can die, actually. Just hide there, don't breathe, don't speak. His life is going to be taken away. Nesphere with the DD. He hurts these racks as the glyph. He will buy time for it to expire. The Moonlight Shadow was used. Sentries. Where are the sentries? Mirana in the back line. So they saw the arrow coming through. They will lose that ward there. Dark coming for you. Hello, Zoe. I have a gem. You are rooted, and you are most likely dead. He does have one more leap charge. He's going to be using it, but Dark is not going to be letting this one go. You walk into the trees. Those are my brethren. And we'll be taking it down. Nesphere dropping low. He still has the Aegis. There's going to be Astral being used, protecting them. And now there is going to be a black hole. Slark is inside of it. He did pop his ult. He's not going to be taking that much damage. Weebian comes in. Avalanche toss. They're trying to fight. They did get the Doom onto the OD, but he gets saved there. The Aegis will get popped. Xani does have 16 charges there. Race will finally need to pop the BKB there to live, but this should be a lane of racks. In a 3 versus 5 scenario, you are helpless. Slark has been caught. Astral is on him. And Xani, he did get the pounce off in time there, so he really can't get on top of him. BKB from Natty Narwhal. He still has it. He was doomed inside of that fight in the race. I don't know what he was thinking, but now he's not thinking anything because he has been destroyed by X3. That is going to be a second lane of racks, most potentially the game. Xani without the BKB is helpless. He's just going to be inside of the Astral all the time. He's thinking about the Battle Fury. Okay, preparing for the Megas. Yeah, guys, we're going to be playing against Megas. He jumps out with the Aghanim Scepter there. He's going to be close to his base. Xani. But this is the only territory that you actually control. No Black Hole. No Sanity's Eclipse. No Mortimer's Kisses. No ultis. Currently on the side of X3. They do have the Overgrowth. Let's see. HF, if they can do much. They're gonna find the lone. Astral will get used, and now he's gonna be walking himself away. Even during the Astral, while we be well, you don't have that luxury. You are not a friend. Spit out, coming out from Malone. Now the Astral onto the Slark. Has to be very careful. Here comes the Nature's Wrath. It's gonna be doing some nice damage there once it connects. And the Overgrowth onto multiple heroes. It connects on everyone. Doom with the BKB standing in place as he's getting shot to death by the Nature's Prophet. He will be surviving for now. Buyback from the Mirana coming over. They get the toss on the Natty Narwhal. He does have the Aghanim Scepter there, and we'll get the blink off. No, Natty Narwhal will be going down. Now the Slark jumping in. He's going for Nesphere, who's TPing away. Not gonna be happening. Another pause. They're gonna be stopping you. And HF, they do turn around the fight. They're losing the Raxes on the bottom lane, but it seems like they'll be surviving, so no Mega Creeps just yet. X3, they haven't finished the job. He just brought him a ton of damage in that fight, but he was the only one. Really the only one that is doing anything. And the thing is, without the Enigma, without the Black Hole, you're not a stronger team in a team fight. That's just the case. Xani He's serious about the Battle Fury. This is going to be probably the latest Battle Fury that we've had, and definitely the latest one in Eastern Europe. But I don't know if it's across all divisions. Zero going to be connecting. Nice find by Proletarian. Xani comes over to finish the job. Battlefield, not a place for old ladies. Slark definitely going to be making a statement there. Xani, no, he wants to use these stacks that he has. He's not level 25, so that's not going to be staying there for long. He's coming back to the base. OD. Oh, no, actually, that's the Death Prophet. Sorry about that, guys. The race is protecting his base. So only the melee racks in the bottom lane remain. That's nice, because those do heal. They're stronger than the range axes. Of course, all of the lanes are going to be in your face, so extra are going to be the ones choosing the fights. But the thing is, you are still not out. Xani does have the Battle Fury. He's prepared. Even when he only had 1,000 gold, but it didn't look like he was going to be getting into this one, he already had an idea. If there's a way we can win, it is this way. It's always nice when you see players finding creative ways to do something. Also, HF supports are finding creating ways to be useful on the map, because they're so goddamn poor. Like, look at it. The Snapfar has more net worth than both the Mirana and the Tiny combined, and Treant not there, but if the trend continues, he is gonna be there by the end of this game. Next Roche can be up in 3 minutes. X3, we'll see if they're gonna be waiting for that one, or do they want to be ending this game. It seems like the latter will be the case. OD going for an Octarine. That Astral is gonna be coming out so much. It is gonna be impossible to keep your teammates in the normal realm. They're constantly gonna be Astral. Sphere. Daedalus at the ready. His right-click damage is actually quite scary. They are gonna go for a double smoke. Let's go, X3. Double the invis, double the movement speed, double the damage. You know, only that last one is actually true. And that Sphere is very ready to crush some heads. Tiny is a hard rock, but he's gonna be destroyed. Turned into rubble. They're on the high ground. They don't have their DP here. Weepy, and yeah, that's not a place you want to be at. They're gonna get the arrow onto the Treant Protector. They wanted the Doom to be cast, but you're not really gonna be doing all that much there. He's thinking about it. He does get the Doom off onto Nesphere, but here comes the save. Nat in Narwhal. He does get the Astral. He kills the Doom. Will be buying back. Xani going in, jump in one, jump in the other time, and there's gonna be the Astral once again. It's Prophet running around. Nesphere, think about fighting still. You don't have the Aegis this time around. He's gonna be fine. Fed a cookie. Still the Doom is back. He's again on top of you, but you will not burn. Saved by Nat in Narwhal again. And this guy hates the OD. You should have doomed me. I should have been your target, but the thing is, he could never get on top of him. Very nice positioning from Nat in Narwhal, saving his teammates and ultimately winning the fight for his team. Only one buyback is available on the side of HF, and that is a DP without the ulti. Xani, it's all on your shoulders. Don't strain yourself too much. A lot of heavy teammates there on the side of HF, it seems like, and he will probably not be able to do much. Okay, you have the Battle Fury, so you can deal with Megas. Just kidding, that is not an ideal scenario to be in. X3, they get the Mega Creeps. Now this game looks over. It's 1-0, most likely for X3, and if this continues, HF are gonna be the first team eliminated from Division 2 Nesphere. He's laughing, he knows he cannot die. They're gonna get the Astral onto the Stark, immediate buybacks. Here comes Nesphere, flying in, being spit out. The Slark doesn't want to stay in that lizard saliva. He'll jump himself away. Sphere going for it. He wants to end it right here, right now. You fight now, or you lose. You do have 4 heroes alive. Only 2 buybacks on X3. Jumping in and going to the fountain. He's been silenced. Does have the BKB. Nat in Narwhal has to be very careful, and he drops the hammer. They're destroying the Tiny, and the rest of them are gonna be scared enough. Now go for the throne. You come out of your base, or you lose the game. It's defense of the Ancient, and yours isn't defended at all. Jumping out with the Slark, and now Erazy goes in. He knows the name of the game. He wants to protect his throne for as long as possible. Will be protected by the Slark, but there is nothing you can do about the throne falling and X3 getting victory in game number 1. X3 need this victory for sure to stay in the in Division 2. Same is true for HF. X3 though, and HF, even if they would win this series, HF the next one that they're playing, well, it might not mean that they're going through. Best case scenario, they would force out tiebreakers. And even there, they could be outclassed. But who was outclassed in game number 1? HF, X3, they do get the victory. Very nice, clean game, pushing out the lanes. Actually, wasn't as slow as I thought it would be. X3 did get a victory very early on, but I think that HF have learned the lesson. Don't give Sugarrat his heroes. Don't ban out the Mars. Don't ban out the Centaur. He's not going to pick them anyway. He's going to pick an Enigma. He's going to pick a Beastmaster. He's going to pick a Lycan, and he will show you how it's done, how you control the map, and how you win the game for your team without really overexerting yourself at all, because that looked pretty easy for X3. There were times where it looked like the other side was doing well, but you lose one fight, all the lanes are pushed to your base, and your whole base falls. That's going to be the story here of game number 1. But the story of game number 2, we still don't know, but we're going to be finding out together after the break.